You know what it is, man? It's episode 2. You know the vibes, YKTV. I am your host, Self-Made Mel, along with my co-host, T-Leader Don, 85 Rialto, and Curbside Kyle. Yeah. Welcome to our second episode. Let's jump right into this shit, everybody. What's up?
What's good?
What's going on? What everybody got planned, man? What's been up?
Man, good weekend, man. Another day in sunny California, but it's raining for some reason. But, you know, we out here, baby.
We'll take a little rain, man. It ain't too bad, man. As long as you, covered up or in a vehicle, you should be good. Anybody ever had their car stolen?
Nah, man, not even close.
Yep. You had a car stolen before? What was the situation when you got your car stolen?
Came outside and the car was gone.
Pretty simple.
Straight to the point, huh? Straight to the point. Came outside
no glass
and
on the floor.
Niggas got me. It was what it was. Shit. All right, but no, so that's exactly what happened in Atlanta over the last week. This past week that just passed, rapper, actor, mogul, if we want to call him that, mini mogul maybe, Ludacris, sure. His car was stolen in Atlanta. He had a luxury car which was stolen in Monday in Midtown. The police confirmed Ludacris, whose real name is Christopher Bridges, was driving his Mercedes-Benz before stopping at an ATM near 8th and Peachtree. The actor and hip-hop artist told Atlanta police he left the keys inside the car, the engine running while he got out to get money from the ATM. Bridges also told investigators there was an iPad inside of the vehicle, which he was using to track the car's location. Police later found the iPad along with Bridges' luxury Louis Vuitton bag and a computer inside of a Hyundai SUV in northwest Atlanta.
It was a Hyundai SUV?
They found he had a Mercedes-Benz. They found his stuff inside of a Hyundai SUV in Northwest Atlanta, which would tell you why niggas stole his Benz because they had a Hyundai.
I'm saying,
so it was like niggas went to that.
I heard they be jacking in Atlanta.
They don't got no love for Ludacris in Atlanta though. They shouldn't. They gonna rob him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Luda, like Pioneer.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy though, right? And I'm only gonna say this because I'm so old at this point. Like not old, but I'm so much past the point of when this happened. Now I've never myself had a car stolen from me. Right? I've had plenty of cars. Never had a car stolen from me. But I stole so many cars as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up in St. Louis, that was our shit. Stole on ride. No, I'll put it out there. It's been so long. Can't nothing come of it. I ain't never killed nobody with the shit or nothing like that. So it was so far back in the past. You know, that was like a rite of passage almost growing up in St. Louis, South Side, anywhere in the city. Sometimes in the county, but it was mostly like the niggas in the city.
I remember though, my boy used to have the key, the 96 Honda key. And every Honda he would hit, you feel what I'm saying? It was like the master key.
Yeah, that master key.
You go in his room, his radios, stacked to the ceiling, bro. Like, so it happens, it goes down, but
Hondas, bro.
I don't get how you take your Benz, man. It's the push to start. He should have, you know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Should have locked your shit up,
man.
Hey, speaking of which, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. This off topic, right? I ain't even tell Curbside at 85. I ain't even tell y'all about this. This some real shit, right? I ain't gonna say, of course, the area where we live at or nothing like that. So motherfuckers know, what specific area. Just know a nigga live in LA. You know what I'm saying? But Kyle, fix that right there. But so over this past weekend, man. I got the security cameras and shit all around the crib and shit, so I like to be observant, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the crib, and my motherfucking phone and iPad get to beeping. You know what I'm saying? Beeping, beeping, beeping. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Shit beeps and wakes me up to let me know somebody's lingering on the property, right? Nigga, I jump up, open my iPad, and it's a nigga in the backyard masked up on a bike. Nigga pulled in on the bike and was going through my motherfucking Benz, nigga, through my truck. So when I see this, I immediately, grab that woo-wham, bam, I'm down the stairs. This motherfucker just beat me out the goddamn driveway, nigga. This was just this following week, this past weekend that just passed, nigga. But whoever the nigga was, bro, you be careful, my nigga, breaking into people's stuff and having no idea who you fucking with. Because had I got down them stairs a little quicker, you was in my driveway with no head, bro.
Wrong spot.
The Lord was with him, man. Even though he's doing some crooked stuff, man, the Lord was with him because he was over. If I'd
have got down just a second quicker,
yeah.
Driveway, head gone, buddy. It's not worth it to dig through somebody's car you don't know, my nigga. You had a better chance of knocking on my door asking for change, bro.
Yeah, for real. Some people's thirsty out here, man. They hungry, man. You know what I mean? They come in the house, especially out here in LA, you know.
Yeah, I sound like parking up the street.
I hope that's later.
Hey, you got to be careful, goddammit. They be like, yeah, you can park in the lot over here. Nah, nigga, so another motherfucker can get me, goddammit.
For real.
I'm trying to have my shit secluded.
But quick slide, real quick. I seen another one of the Capitol police officers committed suicide. I don't know if y'all saw that or not.
That's crazy.
Since the Capitol riots happened, it's now.
I didn't. What about that police officer that just went down for shooting that Mexican boy in Compton? They say he part of a police gang. Some police gang out there. They get skulls tatted on them.
85.
Oh, I believe that.
You know what? I heard about that police gang, but I didn't even hear about this recent killing you talking about. But I know exactly what you're talking about, though. It's a little gang within inside the LAPD.
They that was his initiation, I guess, but his shit just went bad, so he went down for it.
It makes sense then, because you know.
But he told on the gang. He told on them. Yeah, he told on them. He admitted to them having a gang and that being the initiation and them getting skull tattoos or whatever it is.
It makes sense because a couple months ago the cops got shot in Compton. You know what I mean? Like it's probably going down.
That's what I thought about when I heard of it. I was
some
like,
gang
okay,
shit,
so
definitely.
Some real shit going on.
There's some gang shit definitely going back and forth. But even with that, you know, it's not uncommon, right? I don't know if y'all seen this. You know, my hometown where I'm from in St. Louis, there's a video that went viral. This is years ago at this point. But it was something that had happened to multiple people I know. This dude in the city on the north side, he got swooped up by two police. They put him in the backseat of the car, but they didn't check him. So he pulled his cell phone out and started recording the whole situation of them talking to him. And you hear these two police officers basically telling him they have a gun in the car that's dirty that has a murder on it. They're telling him he needs to bring them somebody to them for them to put that body on. Damn. Right? If he doesn't bring them someone to say this is the person who did that, they were going to put it on him and say that he was the person with the gun that killed the person.
That's crazy.
Now, he got a lawyer, so I've never even found out what ended up coming in other situations. Like I said, it's been years and years and years. But just think, if he didn't have that, you know, his camera recording, he probably would have been in jail for murder. And what nobody asked, the bigger question when they was going through that whole investigation was, the cops had that gun already with a body on it. Who was the person that gun killed, and why did they have the gun?
To protect?
Yeah.
Why did they have the gun?
Why do they have the gun?
Because if you got the gun, you know the murderer. You see what I'm saying? Or you found. How would you know it's a body on it if you just found it?
That's real. And then how many people have they put in jail before with this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How many
it's
young
a lot
black
of shit that goes into that, man. Like
kids,
just cricket shit.
You know, how many young black kids then got put in the prison system on this from false pretenses? You know what I mean? Like, how many bodies have they put on people? You know, look at that altar. Look, tell them, give me somebody. You know what I mean? Or we gonna put it on you.
Yeah, no, that's the kind of game they play though, because they do dirt in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said with the LAPD and the gang situation, this is something that's, you know, been talked about for a while. So it's not like it's a theme that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying?
We know
it's
about
just
the dirty
we
cops.
know about that blue line and how they basically stick together. You know what I'm saying? So. Unfortunate situation for the young Hispanic man that was killed. I'm gonna try to look up on that and get us a little more information so that we can speak on that as well, because I wasn't aware of that situation. You know, it happens to us, unfortunately, far too often, black and brown people. So, you know, like I said, I'm not familiar with the situation. Wish I knew his name, but condolences to that young man's family. Hopefully, everything, you know, you guys get some kind of justice out of it. But as it seems, you know, in America, when you look like we do, we don't really, you know, we don't really get justice. We get funerals and memories, and people get paid vacations and leaves and then continue to do their job in different locations. So it's an unfortunate situation. And just on the topic, while we talking about prisons and corruption, I'm gonna just use that to transfer over a little bit. I don't know if y'all saw, but T Grizzly's little brother is back in jail, indicted after being out for 4 months. He's back in jail on a weapons charge.
That's crazy, man. You know, these young rappers coming into the game, the hip hop police is real. So, you know, they on
definitely
you.
watching.
You know, he got out of jail and T, you know, dropped that chain on him, $100,000 chain. You know, he got songs already. I'm talking about 10 million plus views, like fresh out the box. And then the next thing you know, he got another charge. And he just did 5 years. So it's like,
and you know what? That's the thing. That's the thing with these younger guys too, right? You got to be you gotta be aware.
Yeah.
More aware. You gotta have people around you who gonna spit some real game to you about the situation. You know what I'm saying? You come home from just doing 5 years in prison on a robbery charge. There is no way with your brother having that level of success that there should still be things around y'all going on like that to where you end up right back in prison. You see what I'm saying? If I just did 5 years, I'm not the person who hold the gun when we out. Or if I am, I'm not the person who has it on me by the time the police get to us to do their search. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I mean, you come from that, you know, that's in them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, you know, that's how he did 5 years. You know, it's a part of him that want to prove something
85.
too. But you just got to be careful out here in these streets, man, when you got a certain status. You know what I mean? You got to realize where you at.
yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man.
Seems like all the rappers is, you know, young rappers are getting caught up with these hip hop police, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's super unfortunate, man, because a lot of these guys are young. You know, we one of the only cultures like that too, which is why I say, you know, I'm happy that we are the type of podcast that's going to speak to trying to get artists to change the narrative and do things in a different way, go about things a little more smart, because we produce millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires in the 20s and 30 years old. And it's no reason that we should come from where we come from, fighting the things that we have to fight in the street, enemies, people who look like us, gangs, police brutality, and things like that, only for us to become successful and then be murdered or knocked off our pivot. You know, that's supposed to be the exit route. That's supposed to be the way out when you get to that stature or that level of money. I think your mind frame should change a little bit. I'm not saying you got to change the person you are, you know, or don't be who you are at your core, but I don't think it's no place, or it's starting not to be a place for real gangsters. I'm going to put it that way. For real gangsters in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You got the police watching you.
Them out.
You got the police watching you all the time. You got niggas that rap that's snitching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers in your circle who might get caught up in some shit, and everybody could go down. So, just gotta move a little smarter, man. We don't want to keep seeing none of us get locked up, man. Let's try and change that trend going forward in these latter years, man. And just staying with that. Also, Joe Biden signed an executive order directing the Department of Justice not to renew contracts with private prisons. If y'all saw that, that's also a very big step in the right direction. As y'all know, the school-to-prison pipeline has affected our community since before we were children, and it's still going today, which is why so many men who look like us, black men, are incarcerated up in the system. So, you know, like I said, Biden is... He's doing, or at least he's making the gesture so far and taking the steps to do what needs to be done to give the appearance at least of a more together country, you know, and that's all we can really ask for right now.
I really applaud him, man, because he's signing a lot of forms right now, and then just, you know, his verbiage is what he's saying as far as like trying to stop systematic racism, you know what I mean, and talking about the soul of the nation is at risk, you know, and he's trying to change that. So not funding these prisons, which is just a multi-billion-dollar industry that's locking up, you know, most people that look like me and you know, filling these places up and just trying to get people off, you know, and then that's gonna be big with the marijuana charges. You know, people becoming millionaires out here and there's people in jail for it. So, you know, I like what he's doing. You know, it's a lot of stuff that he's bringing to the forefront that I haven't seen no president do before. So
especially not in the last 4 years. Systematic
racism, that's him using that verbiage. Is like, I've never heard that from a president. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing, man. It's pushing us forward. Sure ain't Trump, you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, for sure. And also a judge denied Casanova's request for a $2.5 million bill. I don't know if y'all saw that, but he did that, basically citing his alleged criminal ties as a danger to the community. So at this point, Casanova he's still locked up, and they say he will more likely remain locked up until his trial. They have said that he's one of 18 alleged members of the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang that was arrested last November on charges of murder, attempted murder, racketeering, assault, fraud, and more. Casanova's attorney, however, is eyeing a full acquittal, saying prosecutors have provided no evidence to back up the allegations against the artist. Well, we just got to see how that shakes out, man. That's another unfortunate situation. Cass is somebody who comes from that background, comes from the streets, worked his way up, found his groove, and then this happens. You know what I'm saying? So very unfortunate. Again, like I said, it's so many young dudes in our culture, so many people who could make a difference if we just adjusted our sights a little bit that seem to be doing this. I saw Movado, his son, 18 years old, was charged with murder. Dante Brooks, teenage son, dancehall DJ Movado, found guilty of murder in the home circuit court, faces the possibility of a life sentence in prison. And that one, like I said, we don't know too much about that one, what went on over there. Movado did recently, he dropped a track like 2 weeks ago called Not Perfect, where he referenced his own run-ins with the law, as well as his son's situation.
Where did that happen at?
This is over in Kingston, in Jamaica.
Oh, it was in Jamaica.
I know, like Movado, I've been on Movado for years and years and years. One of my favorite Movado songs is Jail No More. I don't know if you ever heard that song, if you're familiar, like y'all real familiar with dancehall music like that, but that's like at least 10 plus years old. And like that was like for a while that was something I had mixtape years. We putting CDs together. So they arrested they also arrested his friends, the co-accused Andre Hines. They said the two were arrested and charged with possession of firearms, arson in the home in connection with a grisly killing of Lorenzo Thomas in the St. Andrew community of Cassava Peace on June 5th of 2018. Prosecutors led with evidence that Brooks and Hines were among 5 men who entered the house and shot Thomas before pushing his father into another room. Thomas's killers attempted to sever his head, but aborted the plan because the machete was too dull.
Yeah, see, in Jamaica, they gonna come with machetes. They not playing out there. Look, no, it's
real.
real.
It's real though. It's a different.
I know.
Yeah, it's a different type of get down over here.
My
like,
brother, he got a machete. It almost took his whole arm off. He got in a car accident. And Jamaican dude hit him with a machete. I remember he was in surgery for a long time. But yeah, they don't play around, man. But that's just what it is. Dog eat dog spot in Jamaica, man.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they say after that they didn't douse the house and the body with gasoline before torching them. Prosecutors relied on the eyewitness testimony of Thomas's father, the man who they were said to have pushed in the room, actually, who indicated that he knew his son's killers from the community. So the defense team does plan to appeal the conviction.
That's gruesome, bro. That's a gruesome way to go out. Them dudes, like, they coming in there with machetes. They killing, they torching the spot. Like, damn, man, like. That's overkill,
and they young, you know what I'm saying? 18
like,
years old. Like,
y'all put your mind towards something else. Like, y'all gonna come in here, like, what this man do? Like, you know what I'm saying? They chopping heads off and burning them alive. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, so I don't know. That's a crazy situation.
Yeah, man. We're gonna see. Like I said, they said the defense team plan to appeal. So follow Movado, keep up with that story if that's something you want to check out and see how that ends up going. Crazy story there, man. Just to transition over to sports a little bit, a lot of stuff going on this week. This past week, or rather I should say, Deshaun Watson requested a trade from the Houston Texans. And then it's come out that he requested that trade actually several weeks prior. So he's been sick. He's been sick of being there. My man is wasting his greatness. He's ready to get on.
What's crazy is that, they did have a good team, but when you start trading your best receiver, your best players, and then they told him, like, yeah, we're going to keep you in the loop. And it's like, he's not just a regular player. Football, they push them dudes around. You can't really say nothing, but he's actually a top 5 quarterback in the league. When you tell him, man, like, we're going to keep you in the loop, and you just get rid of the coach and you bring in your own people, you don't say nothing. So he's going to get traded, and hopefully he comes to the Rams. I'm banking on it. He comes, it's a Super Bowl for sure.
Come to L.A.
Yeah, he coming. Jalen Ramsey already, shouting him out, talking about that's a L.A. walk. I see it happening, you know what I mean? They're going to move some stuff around and he's going to come here. I feel it. But, he's actually changing how football is being looked at. They trying to be like the NBA players, force their way out. You know what I mean?
You know who else is changing, honestly, who's changing how football is looked at?
Who's that?
Trey Songz. My boy was out there not letting it go. Shout out to Songz, my nigga. Shout out to Trick and Trey, not the one to be fucked with. He didn't care who the motherfucker was. He was like, you're not going to put your hands on me. You're not going to talk crazy to me. Everybody said the officer was out of line. Yeah. And, I'm happy. Like, I was concerned for him because, like I said, in this day and age, man, in this day and age, we see so many things where black men, are being killed by police, unarmed black men on top of that, in front of whoever's there, and nothing is done about it. So to see a person with the status of a Trey Songz, who we all know is with the shits like since day one, since he first got on. Like I laughed at the video at one particular part. I don't know if y'all see this part, but. the officer had like tried to tackle him, but he missed on the tackle.
seen that.
And then Trey like just threw him in the headlock.
Then he give him that
But
headlock.
the part that made me laugh, like in that whole clip,
Yeah.
if you look at Trey's face, he was stone faced, nigga. He had him, wasn't letting go. Like
You got me fucked up.
what you doing, nigga?
Yeah.
You doing what? The officer just
I need help.
trying to move this nigga. Trey falling back like.
Yeah, they had like 3 sheriffs come. He still had him in the headlock. Like, no, I'm not gonna let him go. Like, it's crazy. I think they said it was about him not having a mask and the protocol, or you got all these people taking pictures. You a celebrity, so he probably took it off, and they probably just came, aggressively on him. He like, nah, all right, I'm not gonna put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I know this one like ain't on the topic and no shit like that, but it's just because I've been smoking and shit, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there and shit. But hey, nigga. Shout out to motherfucking YKTV in this bitch, nigga.
Yeah.
We done made the quickest episode turnaround locations in the history of podcasts, nigga.
We wasn't gonna say nothing
Episode
about
1, we was in a whole different spot, nigga. I almost forgot. You see this shit? I ain't had no motherfucking Pac pictures and Mike Tyson pictures being, nigga. You see this motherfucking basketball hoop, nigga?
We got Kobe in here. And we just came on. We like, wait, what is this?
Nah,
That's
but
how we do it.
Nah, but I'm fucking with y'all though, man. But Washington, I don't know if y'all seen that. The Washington football team has named Jennifer King the assistant running back coach, making her the first full-time female black coach in the NFL. So thought that was dope. So we'll clap it up for her. Goddamn me when I can adjust the volume on the machine.
That is dope. Breaking records, Black History. It's crazy. They don't even got a name for the team. What's the name?
Nah, it's the Washington football team.
Come on,
that's why I said it.
No, we gotta do
the
better.
Washington. Nah, hey, look, I'll take the Washington football team over the Washington Redskins. Because after y'all had tried for so long just to not listen to people telling y'all to change that name, like I definitely would take that shit.
What we gonna call them now?
The Washington football team.
Washington Crackers now. What if they was called the Washington
What
Crackers?
my niggas
Will
say?
people get mad?
You gotta call them niggas what Simi called it. The Packers of Green Bay took on the Giants of New York, nigga. The Washington football team.
Nah,
Goddamn it.
They can't even have no mascot. Like, who's out there? Nigga, George Washington. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean?
I think if you get George Washington, you gotta change that shit too. This nigga
Yeah.
owned hella us,
Come
nigga. We was in the back house with oatmeal and kids.
They
niggas.
can't win, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna stay on this topic, but I want to transition us into something just a little bit more serious.
Oh.
Seattle Seahawks Chad Wheeler was arrested after trying to kill his girlfriend after she refused to bow to him. Chad Wheeler is
It took some time though.
Oh no! Let me finish it. There was little to no coverage on major sports news platforms. The Seahawks released a statement on Twitter, as well as Wheeler releasing a statement on Twitter. Wheeler, a white lineman, his girlfriend, a black young lady. I don't know if that has anything particular to do with it, or if we're gonna tie race into it. There's just a lot of stuff that's come out so far. He's stepped away from football right now, but the way I feel and from what I've seen living in this country and with that sport, and again, I have to. You guys know why I have to tread kind of lightly on the topic of speaking on the NFL. Yeah, particular reason why. Right. Okay. So Kaepernick took a knee, never played again for protesting what he believed in. Right. Ray Rice, girlfriend, wife at the time when his incident happened, spoke up for him. He still never played again. And I'm not saying they should have played again. Excuse me, Ray Rice at least, not Kaepernick. The point I'm getting to is, do y'all think that Chad Wheeler will play again? Because I feel like somebody will give him a job down the line, and I'm gonna just be honest. To some degree, I feel like it's because of his skin color. At some point, I think there will be a team who needs a lineman at his position, and it may be 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and they'll say, "Oh, well, he went to the counseling and he did this and he got help." They're already, saying that he had a bipolar episode. The girlfriend is saying he stopped taking his medication and things like that. And my past background being in behavioral health, substance abuse, all kind of things. So I don't want to say it's a cop out. I just like for people to take more accountability. If you beat a woman to within an inch of her life to where she goes unconscious and she wakes up and you're sitting there next to her eating and you look at her in the face and you tell her, oh, you're not dead? I thought you were dead. There's mentally something wrong with you.
He's mentally got a problem.
Mentally, there's something wrong with you.
He should go to jail.
The woman ran into the bathroom, called the police, locked herself in the bathroom. He continued. When the police got there, they said he was standing over her in the bathroom. I don't know if anybody seen the images. The images look bad.
I mean, back on that point where you were saying, I don't think he will play again. I think the NFL, and I don't even think it's a race thing, honestly, because the NFL they would let Ray Rice play. They did not ban him until the video came out. Greg Hardy, same situation.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't.
Girlfriend.
That's the thing. We didn't see no video of this particular situation.
There's a long history of the NFL letting players play.
But we've seen in other.
He's a lineman, so he probably won't play again. He was a backup lineman. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's a star.
Listen, my boy that was on the Eagles, was it Riley Cooper?
Riley Cooper.
That was in there talking about he'll whoop every nigga ass in there when he got drunk and shit. I'll fuck your bitch ass up, first of all. You'd have never said it if I was there, nigga.
Fast.
But that motherfucker, they had zero problem with keeping.
They kept him in.
They got rid of Deshaun Jackson to end up keeping that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So, Richie Incognito. His situations, multiple situations.
He was bullying.
They always found a way back to let certain people back in. Kaepernick took a stance for justice for all people.
We know that situation.
And never got back.
Yeah, I don't see this dude coming back. And like I said, in the NFL though, they don't. As long as they got a use for you, they'll keep you. They'll keep stuff under wraps. They'll keep stuff away from the public. If that video never came out with Ray Rice, I guarantee you he would have still been playing because he did.
Well,
play.
yeah, they actually had
3 months before that.
They actually had. They didn't see the video until after. Remember, they had forgave the situation because they said he came clean about it.
And
then they seen the video and was like, "Oh, we didn't know."
No. That's not right. The NFL seen the video at their headquarters and suspended him 2 games. When the video was made public, they got rid of him, and then he could never get back in the league. It's an image
I don't know
thing.
if we got time to check that up, but I don't know.
Look that up. I bet money on it. I bet money on it.
I remember them saying that they had already forgave the situation because he was honest about it.
Right.
And then a video came out. They hadn't seen a video. They just knew of the altercation. And then the video showed him carrying her out of the elevator, and they were like, "Yo, but you didn't tell us it was that.
No, but
you told us
right.
It might have did something to her. You hit her, whatever.
Ray Rice and his wife did an interview.
Yeah, I know.
He got suspended for 2 days. He said they sent the video to the NFL. NFL got the video. They suspended him 2 games. When the video was made public, then it was like, oh, we in trouble. Like, let's cut him. He's done. And that's when it's all about image, man.
Another thing that's off topic, but my nigga Haim was the only one of us that predicted the McGregor-Poirier fight correctly. This nigga,
he took a win before he got it.
Hey, he took the underdog, goddammit, and nobody else was thinking that shit. None of us was thinking that. I know I wasn't. I thought McGregor had that one in the bag, but Poirier came to work.
Yeah, he was ready, man.
Shout out to Dustin Poirier, man, putting that work on Conor McGregor. Shout out to Conor McGregor for being a good sport about it. But Conor McGregor, bro, you got to keep talking shit, bro. Like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
You can't really, you ain't the type of nigga who can just be friendly because you talk too much shit. And you a beast. You know, you're an animal when you got that bravado, you know what I'm saying? Keep that motherfucking
I felt like a part of him.
He
must have knew because he didn't have the same swag like he usually do. He come in with that
lately he been
cocky and talking shit, but I think it's with him it's different. You know what I mean?
Lately it feel like he been trying to. Lately it feel like he been trying to turn a new leaf a little bit, being a little more mature. Conor McGregor, and his press conferences and things, saying the right thing, not being as braggadocious as he's known to be. And me personally, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a problem when Floyd did it. I don't have a problem when Conor do it. Loved Ali, like all of that. So I like people who do that in any sport. I like a person who do this because you can back it up.
They do back it up.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to.
But you know what it really is because he made $100 million with Mayweather. His company is going up in whiskey. He's got $100 million in the bank. So it's hard to train and really be out here as hungry as this other dude when you got $100 million in the bank. You know what I'm saying? It's tough it's what my boy said, a boxer. He said it's hard to wake up and train every day when you sleeping in slick silk sheets. You know what I'm saying? When you waking up, jumping in the in the Range Rover.
I think that just depends on mindset though.
It do.
If I'm waking up sleeping in silk robes, I know how I got to be sleeping these silk robes, and I had to put that work in. So I'm gonna make sure I wake up to continue.
That's why we give it up to Mayweather, because he stayed at the top and to have all that and still outwork these dudes, come from the club and go straight to running and training. Like, I don't think he gets the props, I think, but it's hard to keep that
but
mentality.
The thing is, he gets them now. But the thing is, he's been doing this since he was Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Since he was a young kid. You know what I'm saying? A child protege and all of that. So
it's hard to keep that. Look at Tyson. When Tyson got at the top and he was partying, he didn't train as much as he did. You know what I'm saying? That's why he got it caught up with him.
Yo, Tyson is a anomaly.
I'm just saying.
Tyson right now today without training is knocking most niggas out.
Oh, for sure.
Like 10, 15, 20 years younger than him. Like that motherfucker there is that's a whole nother animal.
But you still got to put that work in, because there's another nigga in there that wanted more than you that don't got that 100 million you got in the bank. Like, he hungry.
Oh no, that's for sure.
So you better come with that shit.
That comes from like I said, that got to come from being a party. That got to be something that's built in you and your mentality since childhood. That got to be something you run with. So
gotta keep that.
You letting your kids go back to school soon?
Nah, man. I'm gonna put my kids in the bubble, bro. If they go back to school, like, I'm not fucking with it. I don't care about the vaccine. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna play that out. They got to take some time with that, but they are opening up the schools. I'm saying they're starting to put out dates, maybe. So
yeah, Los Angeles school district said they wouldn't letting students back into schools without the COVID vaccine. But then just recently, the CDC official said that schools can now reopen during COVID, but with precautions. So. I don't have no children of my own. I know you got children. I know 85 got children. Me and Curbside, we still out here holding strong. Goddamn it. So that's why I brought it up, because I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I can't imagine sending my child though into a school facility with how the last year has been and how it looks like this year is about to be as well.
Trust kids to keep a mask on and not touch stuff, and
they children, man. They don't understand the severity is on top of they want to play with their friends, man. They're not focused on sanitizing their hands after they touch every doorknob and keeping the mask on every class or the whole class and things like that. So that could be dangerous. So I think if I had kids, honestly, I wouldn't let them go back right now. I want to wait until this whole thing blow over.
It's not just about them; it's about their grandparents and their parents. You know what I'm saying? They can get it and give it to somebody
else. Pass it to somebody else.
So.
Yeah, and that person might have a pre-existing condition. Can be, like you said, grandparent can be somebody older. So, you don't want to. I just don't think that's too wise. But to each his own. People going to do what they want to do. Never tell nobody how to raise their children. Shout out to Tiffany Haddish. She dropped the trailer for They Ready Season 2 stand-up comedy show. This season will feature comedians Godfrey, Aaron Jackson, Tony Woods, Kimberly Clark, Barbara Carlisle, Dean Edwards, and it airs on Netflix February 2nd. I actually watched the trailer. I don't know if y'all did. I genuinely was laughing from the trailer. I don't want to say the lady's name wrong. I think it's Barbara Carlisle, the older woman. I don't mean you an old lady. That's why I just say old lady. The older woman, though. If y'all haven't seen the trailer, go watch that trailer. Like she made it look like it's gonna be hilarious. We already know Godfrey funny, so that's something I'm looking forward to seeing. And just because I like Tiffany Haddish. Being in this space that she's in. I know she had caught a lot of flack at one time. People had said whatever they had to say about her and things like that. But I'm happy to see that she's still around and she's continuing to be a businesswoman. She's learned how to maneuver in more than just the space of her being a comedian, but her being a businesswoman as a black woman and looking to start this lane of for other comedians. So again, big ups to Tiffany Haddish for that. Another show is Hip Hop Uncovered. Have y'all seen the trailer for that?
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Y'all slack. Oh, y'all slack.
Which one is that?
All right, Hip Hop Uncovered. It debuts February 12th on FX. It's a docu-series that reveals the story of how America's streets basically is us. I'm not even saying it's about American streets help shape hip-hop culture, right? It's how rap has influenced the world as a whole, and it's got key players behind the scenes in it, right? That they're gonna do interviews with, show you, tell stories, everything. One of the people is Big U. Shout out to Big U from LA. We're gonna big him up.
He put a lot of Nipsey on.
Big U does a lot for the community. If y'all not familiar with Big U, he does a lot for the community out here. He does a lot for the children. So big up to Big U. He's one of the people that's gonna be in it and gonna be being interviewed. Waka Flocka's mob, Deb Anthony is another person that's gonna be in it. Haitian Jack. Recently released a couple of years ago from prison. You know, him and Tupac had the publicized beef where Tupac said that he was the one that, he was a snitch. He was the one that got him set up and stuff the first time in Quad Studios. Yeah. But he's one of the people. He's one of the people in there. And it's a couple other people, man. Bimmy is in there. So it's going to be dope, man.
Check that out. It's going to be dope. And that's on what?
That's coming on FX on the 12th. It debuts February 12th on FX.
Check that out.
I'm on my movie shit, my TV show shit, so I'm going to just stay with that because I'm getting somewhere. But before I get to where I'm getting, I got this other one I'm going to run past y'all. Again, no children myself, but I love to see black men being solid role models, being fathers to their children. T. Lee, you one of the main people I always see with your children being a great role model for, you got a son and a daughter. So I just see how you are with your daughter and making sure you talking life into her and teaching her what's important and what to value and things like that. And as a man, I think that's very important to start with them while they're young. And the same way with Pop, he's the same way. So he's 4 years old, but he's like going on 40. He got his own little personality and everything. And so this show now, Will Smith. Yeah, no, Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. Come on now. Will Smith has a new show coming to Facebook Watch. The show is going to be hosted by the comedian Kev On Stage. Kev On Stage works with All Def Digital. He does stand-up comedy.
I think I've seen
a lot of stuff. He's a funny dude. Shout out to Kev On Stage and Will Smith. Kev On Stage is going to be hosting, as I said. The show will feature amazing black fathers who shadow the stereotype that black fathers are absent. This comes after the CDC conducted a study that concluded that black fathers were the most involved with their children, no matter if they lived with them or not. The show aims to showcase that to dispel the negative and misleading narrative that's been perpetuated against black fathers. The show is titled "Dads Just Don't Understand," and
that's a good title.
That's
hey,
dope.
Shout out to Will, man, because
shout out to Will Smith,
kill that narrative, man, because I think with our generation especially too, like, maybe our fathers wasn't there before that, and I think we learned from that, you know what I mean? Because that's my biggest thing is, like, my kids going to know me, they going to learn from me, I'm going to teach them everything I know, get them ready for life.
And I always hear, like, just to back you up on that, I always hear, black men, the narrative, not from us, of course, but sometimes a little bit in the community we hear, like, black men not involved and black men not there and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I come from the real hood, so I understand. I know it's a lot of dudes who not there for their children and things like that, but I will say in this day and age more so, I'm proud of the black men, young fathers who, in their 20s and their 30s, their 40s, age don't even matter, but the younger fathers are stepping up in this generation. I love seeing black men with their children, just enjoying life, not being on nothing ignorant, having a good time, having fun, raising their sons to be like men, raising their daughters the right way. So, that's dope. I feel like this is something that's perfect and it's needed at this time, especially in our culture right now too. So again, big up to Will Smith for that. And shout out to Kev On Stage. Can't wait to see what he does with that. He's also a father as well. He's very involved in the church and everything like that. So I want to see what he does as well. And then now, goddamn
it. Get high with that one.
Snowfall dropped the trailer for the new season, goddamn it.
Yeah. That one gonna go.
Goddamn it.
Yeah.
Franklin Saint is back, goddamn it.
He out here.
I can't wait, nigga. I don't know how I didn't get a role in this yet, but FX, I'm open. I'm open. Like, if you just need a nigga to kill off that look like me from back in the 80s, like, we can curl this shit up. I'll take some of the golds out, put the one in on the corner over here. I'll be Jerome's in the house. God damn it. Like, but no, that shit. So the show will have a 2-episode premiere February 24th on FX. So towards the end of February. But again, if you haven't seen Snowfall, go catch up with it right now. Heim, hit that the 300. I just pick it up from there. So the show will have a 2-episode premiere February 24th on FX. So it's going to be towards the later end of February. But if you haven't seen Snowfall, this is one of the doper shows. that's been on TV in a while.
They coming with some heat right now.
Oh yeah. They got some good stuff. So definitely, if you ain't seen Snowfall, go back and check out the last couple of seasons so you can be ready for this new premiere on February 24th because that's definitely gonna be dope. Kid Cudi got a clothing line coming. I know that's random as hell, but I was about to mention Kanye. And then I thought about Kid Cudi for some reason. So I just want to throw that out there. Kid Cudi's he tweeted he had a new clothing line coming soon called Freshness. So
I can't wait to see that. Kid Cudi always had a
shout out to the man on the moon. Everybody be on the lookout for that and see what he's gonna do with his clothing line. If he's gonna come with some Yeezy type.
No, he's been linked with Bape, so I don't know if they're gonna be involved. Even though Nigo is not with Bape, I guess he sold it to some other company. But
yeah, I'm just happy to see him doing his own thing, in terms of just business. Like I said, business and branding is always my thing in anything I do. So I'll be happy to see people take steps into new business ventures and things like that. So shout out to Kid Cudi again. Clothing line will be dropping soon called Freshness. And then that brings me to Master P. I don't know if y'all recently saw, but Master P had a video where he was talking about Clubhouse. Clubhouse has now reached a $1 billion platform. Master P talks about the need for black people to invent and invest in our own apps in the tech space. And if you haven't noticed by now, or if you can't tell, we're fans of Master P over here. So big up to Master P, Lil Romeo, the whole No Limit. As you see, we got rap snacks, rap noodles, everything like that. And part of the reason that we do that is because we like what Master P represents as far as a black man, as a mogul, as far as showing us what's possible. As far as showing younger generations what can be accomplished, he's been consistent since we were children. Yeah. So to see him continuing whatever it is, this man has lived like 20 dudes' lifetimes in just one lifetime. He's been in the NBA. He's been a multi-platinum selling rapper. He's had one of the biggest clothing lines in the world. He's got tennis shoes. He's got foods. He's transferring over now into pancakes and syrups and all different kind of stuff. So love his mentality, man. Love his hustle. So shout out to Master P, man. Big ups. And definitely what he's talking about is very important. I do feel like we need to make strides in the tech space to develop our own apps and our own platforms and things that we control so that we can start making more millionaires and billionaires in our community.
It's crazy because they come to our culture to make something hot, and then once it's hot, they take it and then they go to the moon with it. You know what I mean? That seems like with everything.
Well, the thing is, we take it to the moon and then they capitalize off of it.
Yeah, they take it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's like They might build the rocket ship, but we put the gas in it.
Right.
It ain't going nowhere without us. You see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, when we make it get to its destination, we get kicked off.
That's what I'm saying. They need that cert, you know what I'm saying, a validation. And once they get through the culture, it's on and popping, but we don't have the ownership. So, yeah, it's coming though, man. I'm sure it's people in Silicon Valley making some apps right now that look like us and come from the culture. So
I would hope so. I know I seen a while ago Meek was talking about him, Dirk, and 21 Savage was looking for black people in the tech space in Silicon Valley, developers to help them make an app too. So hopefully that's something that we can see get done. I definitely support it. We do need a lot more of our own stuff. Just in general, black businesses, restaurants, you name it, transportation services, just in general.
I was gonna say, there's an app called Udemy, UDEMY. Mm-hmm. I've seen on there that you could pay for like a course on how to make an app.
Free plug, goddamn it, free plug. Yeah, say it again, huh?
It's called Udemy, the app, UDEMY, and it's like kind of like an online school. You can kind of take a course for shit like AI, app, writing, kind of like software, like all kind of shit. And I've been meaning to get on that shit, but you got to pay. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be ready. You know how you think like, all right, I'm not doing it right now, but like I know it's there, but that's some shit to get on right there.
All the young entrepreneurs you
kind of don't have to wait for like a school, and it's right there in your hand, in your phone.
Yeah.
How long does the program take to complete? Did they say?
I'm pretty sure it's like normal, like a couple of weeks, probably a month. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but it probably is. I know it's thorough. I know it's for real, legit. Like you learn that shit. Like
you have to check that shit out for
real. You could probably
that's the wave.
Teach yourself different kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's there for
free game. Udemy, you can pick that up. Is Chris Brown the best male R&B artist in the world? One at a time.
Today?
Are we saying currently or like all time? Like,
is Chris Brown the best R&B male artist in the world?
Is The Weeknd considered an R&B or pop star singer?
yeah, it's pop.
Pop, I believe, but if you'd like to consider him an R&B artist, I'm willing to listen to
The
R&B.
Weeknd hard as fuck.
I would-
He's just The Weeknd. Like,
Nah, I would take The Weeknd. Like if we talking about
Over Chris Brown?
yeah,
Okay.
I would.
Curbside, is Chris Brown the best male R&B artist in the world?
yeah, he dope as fuck.
I fuck with him.
85, what you think?
I kind of biased. I don't really listen to The Weeknd a lot. I like his hits.
It's not between. It's
Don't get me
just
wrong.
Whoever. Who else?
The
is out
Weeknd
there?
hard too, but like, I'm not
I
really
can-
comparing
I can
Chris
see
Brown
what- I
and The
can-
Weeknd.
I couldn't either. That's why I asked
Chris
the
Brown
preference.
hard as fuck and The Weeknd hard as fuck. I wouldn't like say one of them niggas is better than the other. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's a different
They
different
both hard.
flavor. I like Ty Dolla Sign. I don't know if
they
you
got their
consider-
own sound.
It's
So
not-
like
they-
none of
they-
them, like,
they not the only
They're not
two.
in competition with each other.
Yeah, they not the only two. We just saying
That's why I said,
male
like-
artists, male R&B artists. Just answer that question. That's the question we on topic of. Is Chris Brown the best R&B male artist in the world?
That's a funny category, R&B. Because I feel like most R&B singers is pop too, like Ty Dolla Sign.
Yo, y'all niggas got me feeling like
All you gotta do is put an EDM beat on it.
y'all niggas got me
and now
feeling
you
like
got
Kevin
a
Richards
whole
in this
different fan
motherfucker,
base.
boy.
I feel like Chris is the most talented, one of the most talented artists of all time. He's dope. You know, I'd rather go to a live performance of him over any artist. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna put on the show
'Cause he
I've
can
been to one.
dance,
He's
he
gonna
can do
dance
everything.
for a whole hour straight, hour and a half, and he has a whole catalog for 2-3 hours, bro, of all hits.
Well, Chris
He's dope.
Brown has crowned himself the best R&B male artist in the world. The self-titled ruffled some feathers, however. No Guidance singer posted and then deleted a screenshot of a Google search of the best R&B male artists in the world. The screenshot featured Chris's picture first, alongside Usher, R. Kelly, and Michael Jackson. Usher has had best-selling hits such as Yeah, Burn, Confessions Part 2, and My Boo, all from his Confessions album. Of course, Brown also had been inspired by Michael Jackson, who has been deemed the most celebrated and talented artist in the world back in the 90s. And before that, R. Kelly ruled the charts with his hit singles and has written hits for other artists as well.
Live today or in the game today, Chris Brown.
Michael Jackson is the king of pop. So let's make that clear. We talking about R&B. Never gonna be another Michael Jackson. Chris Brown is the best R&B male artist in the world. My opinion. Chris Brown may be the closest thing from an overall entertainer performance standpoint to a Michael Jackson in this generation that we have seen. So I don't think that was a far-fetched take. That's why I brought it up, because when it said this, that he titled himself that, everybody look for clickbait and everything. So when he did that and they said it ruffled some feathers, my thing was like, what feathers got ruffled? Who feels like that's like far-fetched? That's why I asked
the only
question.
person that can have the merit that's in R&B that say, "Oh, I'm a bigger R&B artist than them," is maybe Usher can make the argument. But other than that, like, who resume compares in R&B to
It's
Chris
like
Brown?
Usher still don't make the argument. Like, he can make the
No,
argument.
I'm
but
saying
it's
he
that
can
don't mean
stand.
He win.
He can stand on, but I don't think he win either. But he can stand on it. Like, nah. I mean, I've had multi-platinum albums. You haven't had a bigger album than Confessions.
Speaking of
Like,
Usher,
he got some hits. You
Speaking
know
of
what I'm
Usher, would y'all be here for a Usher versus Justin Timberlake versus?
that could be possible.
Would that be something y'all would want to see? Because that's something.
It might be a cool.
That's something
versus,
that
but I wouldn't watch it.
That's something that Drizzy Drake wants to see and has requested apparently from Swiss Beats and Timbaland.
I seen
if
that.
they could make that happen, that's something he wants to see. So
would that be like
I think that would be a dope.
Usher got him easy.
I think
listen,
Usher too.
I think it would be a dope versus
He
like
said easy.
yeah, because he said easy, and I'm sitting here like let's not forget.
Timberlake
Justin
got a whole
Timberlake,
different fan base.
look,
He got-
Justin Timberlake
category.
got like Usher gonna play some hits,
catalog.
and he
Shit
whatever
for
he
that,
play,
shit for
Timberlake
that.
gonna come with "Cry Me a River."
What's that dirty?
You see what I'm saying?
Cry Me a River.
Timberlake gonna come with the what was the one he had? I just had it before I was thinking that one.
Been too long.
No, that's him and T.I., but he could play that.
He could though.
God, why is the name slipping? God damn it. It was T.I. Oh, Dead and Gone. That was the
Dead
name
and
of the
Gone. He got some hits.
Dead and gone.
It definitely would be an entertaining one, but I would take Usher for sure. But shit, he might go into his NSYNC bag. Then what? Why he gonna go into the NSYNC bag? You know what I mean? Usher got a catalog from when he was a kid, you know, so he got some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
My Way, he got some shit. Like I'm trying to see how it would flow. It could flow.
They both got things they could play from previous eras, 90s eras, 2000s eras, and beyond. You know, as they music evolved. Remember, what was the one that Justin Timberlake had with Nelly? Because if you were my girlfriend, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Bro had some shit. We're not just gonna forget about him. He had
some shit.
He had some shit. Goddammit.
At one time, he was that heartthrob, and everybody wanted him. You know, wanted a piece of Justin Timberlake. But
that might be a versus worth seeing, man.
I will watch it.
Might be a versus worth seeing. T. Lee, when was the first time? Or tell me about the last time.
The first or the last?
Tell me about the last time you had a one night stand.
The last time.
Yeah. Or
have
you ever? Or have you ever?
You trying to put a date on it?
Because I hear everybody breath just
put a date
the
on
air
right
went
now.
out this motherfucker. I'm like,
I felt like I was getting tired.
Don't say nothing that can incriminate yourself or get you in trouble with anybody if there's anybody to get in trouble with.
Let me think. Have I ever had one? For sure. And it was a good experience. You know?
Was it?
Definitely. You know, it's nothing like a one night stand when they know what it is and you know what it is, and we just gonna go about our business. No, you know what I'm saying?
I wish I had a story like that because I had one, but it was trash. Like
really?
Yeah, and I mean I was young. This was back in my young
one.
days.
It was trash.
No, this is no bullshit because I don't sleep around like that. You know, I've been in relationships for long periods of time. And I deal with people and shit like that. Like I ain't perfect, but you know I don't really. That wasn't my thing type of thing or whatever, right? But yeah, no, the one I had, I probably was like 20, I think. Yeah, trash. Her shit was just bad. She enjoyed it. She was enjoying it, but in my head, I was just like,
yeah. What was bad about it though? Like, explain that.
How do you explain bad pussy?
Is there? All right, so I was gonna ask
you. That's it. Like that's
what is there a such thing as like really bad pussy? Like what makes pussy bad? You feel what I'm saying?
The smell.
I ain't experienced that, but
that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Smell up.
No, that wasn't it.
You in there just with your nose like, oh shit.
That wasn't it on this particular one, right? Because
bruh.
Personality wise, like, you know, we hit it off.
Right,
like, we was on some cool shit or whatever, right? I wasn't even expecting to, like, you know, fuck with her and other shit like that or whatever. It was just kind of one of the things that ended up happening later on that night or whatever type shit. But when the shit happened, like I said, they go like, you know, cock locked and ready to rock. Goddamn, I'm 20 years old. That motherfucker, he jump up quick as a motherfucker.
Let's go.
But as soon as we cross over into the territory, goddamn it, he like, yo.
Up.
Something's off here. You know what I mean? He's like, my nigga just wasn't here for it. It's like
Sahara Desert.
My nigga, it was like, yeah, a little bit of that. It was a little bit of that. It just overall, my nigga, like as a guy, because I know like I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it without being like sounding like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But men know. You know what I'm saying? Like just how females know when they have sex with a man and it ain't no good. Yeah. Men know when we had sex and the pussy wasn't no good.
Yeah,
that don't make the person
trash. If you're not
trash.
turned on, keep your pants on.
Like that don't make the person trash. Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like the sex just wasn't good. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta come with your A game, especially for the first time. Like she gotta come, you know, ready to rock. So yeah, I'm not feeling that. I seen. I was watching the show actually, and it was an older lady, and she was finna have sex, and her son was trying to stop her, like, nah, you don't need to have sex with me. And she was like, "Don't make me cry. I'm trying to keep all the moisture I can." I was just like, "Wait, what?"
See, that should have been a problem. Like I said, we was 20. Nigga, 19, 20.
Why is her son there?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's there, son.
Oh, hey,
The fuck was the son there
I thought
for?
she was about to fuck. Why is
Right, the son's
Okay.
like, don't do this.
She was finna cheat on his dad.
He in the room?
She was finna cheat on his dad.
Why is he there?
And he found out.
Why is he there?
And he went and he was like, "Don't do this," or whatever.
So he cock blocked his mom?
He did.
Was his mom? So wait. So it was his parents. They all lived together? They was together together?
No. They older people. That's why she was like, "Don't make me cry."
Did they
Don't
live
stop the
apart?
monster." Yeah, they lived apart.
Why the fuck is he cock blocking his mom then, nigga?
Because
Hey, man, let your mama get some goddamn dick. Nigga, what's wrong with
She
you,
married
nigga?
to his dad. She was cheating on his dad.
But they
He
was
trying to stop
separate
her.
and apart. Obviously, shit wasn't working out,
Hey,
right?
He just wanted to keep the family together, but I don't
Well, he's
know.
doing a horrible job.
But he made her cry, and she was trying to keep all the moisture in. That's all I know. So maybe it's something to that.
Curbside.
Like maybe
Curbside.
her girl was crying before you met her.
That's my young nigga Kyle. You the youngest one of the group. So
Yeah.
have you experienced this at your age yet? One night stands? Or have you not yet to cross that
I
threshold?
done had some one night stands.
Oh, he said, son, come
son.
talk about it.
That's life right now, ain't it?
Yeah, I had a couple. I had a
Look, curbside Kyle, goddamn it. I pull up, drop it
Young
off.
20s, that's life
yeah,
right
it was
there.
just some drunk shit though. So it was like, you feel me? Wham bam.
Come on,
85. I think we should let you skip this one. What you think? You want to get in this conversation?
85 gonna get to talking about somebody's sister.
Listen,
Let me hear it.
Hey.
Let me hear it. Go on.
Allegedly.
That's what you got for us.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, bro.
Allegedly.
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
Hey, but when you in your 20s and you clubbing, I mean, especially living out here, we going to Hollywood, we having sections. There's a lot of times you can have one night stands, and I mean, everybody knows.
Oh no, I'm
what's
sure.
going on.
You remember? Look, I
You know what
came.
I'm
I came
saying?
out here one time and I was like early 20s, right?
You know how we do.
You remember the shit? Came out here
I
like early
definitely
20s and shit. Everything cracked off. I had been out here for probably like a week and a
That's
half,
life.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to mention the person's name who we ended up meeting or.
I ain't got to, but we,
Okay,
we
so-
was in the Avalon, right?
No, this was at the Roxbury. It was Hollywood.
Roxbury,
it was
okay.
New Year's.
Yeah,
so
Avalon's in
Oh, Barry's sound
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, so-
Barry's Pizza.
this motherfucker here.
Another plug.
Listen, stop doing that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, the lobster pizza do something.
Nah, but we
fire right now.
we go out that night. It's New Year's or whatever. I had came in like a week, a little bit before that or whatever. We go out to the Roxbury in Hollywood for New Year's. Terrence J was the host that night. We went with some of our partners, one of which who was playing in the NFL at the time, Super Bowl champion now. Goddamn it! Back then he wasn't. He was just getting in. So we went there. We all had got we put the whole VIP upper area in the Roxbury and shit. And then a artist showed up. R&B artist showed up and was wondering why they couldn't get to in the section who bought out the whole VIP section. So
up in that
we
motherfucker.
looked down the stairs. I knew who the person was. Everybody watching knows who the person was. It was one of them type of things. So we told the security niggas like, nah, he's good. You know what I'm saying? You can let them up. So we up there, we chilling. Ciroc was like the vibe back then, nigga. You know the vibes. So we sitting over in the corner, toasted, my nigga, fucked up, blunts everywhere, bottles everywhere, and then the artist that we talking about comes up the stairs. We know this nigga from a can of paint. He just looks across the whole room and just locks eyes with me, and this nigga walks all the way through everybody, and then when this nigga gets to me, this nigga just pulls out a motherfucking blunt and is like, "You trying to smoke?" I was like, "That's really weird."
Right.
But yeah.
That's how
I smoked my own though, because I didn't see that shit get rolled. If you don't see a blunt get rolled, you don't smoke
Nah,
it.
I fuck with it.
That's just cold.
like to get wet. But yeah,
You know you like to get wet, but no, you know. So that was another
that's
one of them
Hollywood nights,
situations.
though, you know?
How Hollywood just go. We went out. I said that to bring up the point. The time we went to go do a performance when I was opening for Corrupt and Bone Thugs and Harmony at Universal.
On the
Bum,
boardwalk.
bum,
City
bum,
Walk.
bum.
City Walk.
Yeah.
Down there or whatever. When I came out here,
Club over there, I forget.
and
the name.
some random Panamanian chick jumped my bones in the VIP. Like, remember that
brother,
shit?
Listen.
You remember that shit?
What do you mean by
her
that?
and her friend. This
I
is
just
what
thought
happened.
about that right
her and
now.
her friend were over there on
Elaborate.
They on the dance floor. They dancing with each other, right? The
I'm
little
about to
group
throw
of
you under the bus
females.
right now.
And we over here in the VIP section. It's us. Corrupt is in the section next to us or whatever. And these niggas, I haven't paid the shit no attention, right? She's bomb, no. I hadn't paid her no attention. These niggas all start coming to me telling me like, yo, this this chick over here is checking you out hard as a motherfucker. Nigga, like, nigga, she ain't stopped watching you,
One
blah,
of
blah, blah,
those.
blah. So me being me, I turn and look, you know, I see her or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. They was running the 1-2. She was the cute friend. The other friend was like the little chubby, you know, that was how they little move.
driver.
So
The driver.
right. So
We came together.
The fast
we
food,
leave
the
together.
fast food orderer.
But so we she looking at me and shit, you know, with the eyes and shit. So I invite them all, you know, back to the little part of the section we in and shit or whatever. And nigga, I go lean in to talk to her. I was just finna ask. I think I said like I asked her what's her name or something. And I leaned in like because you know it's a club. Everything is loud and shit. I leaned in to say what's your name. And the next thing I knew, nigga, there was like this tongue down my throat, nigga.
Look.
And she like in this little leopard dress, nigga. She's like riding me in the club. I'm like, the fuck, but.
Nah, he
But I
wasn't
allowed
like,
it.
he wasn't
It's
like,
one
what
of
the
those.
fuck? That shit, hey, it happened so fast.
Originally, I was like, what the
Bruh.
fuck? But again, the shit happened so fast. I asked the question, and upon asking the question, this bitch is like almost ready to go to the car type
See,
shit.
this
nigga.
is the women and that's why I said, well, one night stands can be easy and you gotta like walk away from certain situations.
Right.
We had like 5 girls in the section. The story, when she got over there, literally, I turned around, I turned back, they're tonguing and I'm like, what are you doing? What is going?
I wouldn't say they. What
Hey,
the nigga,
brother, I
what
seen
that
it.
nigga, what that nigga Pac-Man said? Nigga
They
mad
making out in the club. You
Nigga
don't do
mad
that.
his bitch fucked me,
Bruh.
didn't even hump her back. Wait, what? But so I bring that
That shit
up.
was crazy.
I bring that up to segue into the one night stand topic was that Wendy Williams recently did an interview.
Oh shit.
And so y'all have seen this, all right? So Wendy Williams did an interview
Let's picture that face.
in which she stated, okay, first of all, I don't know if y'all seen, I seen a little clip of the Lifetime biopic. Lifetime is incredibly good at making terrible biopics.
Oh, I was finna say.
No.
yeah.
Man, look
The
back.
biopics are
good.
so bad
The
that shit
Leah,
makes
the
you watch it,
TLC.
nigga. It's like you start watching that shit and be like, this shit is trash.
It's
and
comedy.
then 20 minutes later, you like, I can't stop watching this shit. I
But
can't look away
It's
from
supposed
it.
to be serious situations, and then like it's just funny because it's so bad. Like, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I seen that shit. The shit looked terrible. It was showing her and her husband when Wendy found out that he had been cheating on her, and he talked about her having a coke habit and everything like that. That's so I might want to see it just for that. But yeah, she was talking about a one night stand that she had with Method Man. There's been no response from Method Man, but niggas is all in Method Man Twitter comments going ham. Like, bro, did you clap them cheeks, bro? Like,
I think she lying on her pussy. I ain't.
do you? Why would she lie though?
Hey, you know it's bad when 50 get on it.
Listen,
50 been on
listen,
her.
50 said, what he say? This what you was hitting, black?
Once 50 get on, it's over.
Man, wait. So you telling me Method Man, the MATHOD man, at the height of his
Man.
career, he can get any woman in New York. He went with Wendy.
Wait,
like,
when
come
did this,
on,
when
bro.
did this
Like,
supposed to
what?
go
But when-
down?
if
When did
she's
this
Was it
not-
supposed to be 96?
Okay, hold
was
on,
recently or
No,
when did
no,
it go
no.
down?
Hold on.
20 years ago.
Hold on,
bro.
is she not attractive?
Who?
Wendy Williams.
Bro, if we had the howling coyote when you said her name, that's what I wanted to play. Like, no, what are you talking about?
You don't find her attractive?
What part of her is attractive, bro? Them shoulders?
You don't find her attractive?
Them big feet?
Them tatas.
The height?
You don't
The
find-
shape? What
Them
are we
tatas.
looking at?
You just named off a lot of stuff, so you've been checking?
Brother, she look like a linebacker.
No, linebackers are more put together. Don't do that. Don't disrespect linebackers.
All right, she looks like a backup shooting guard or something. Like, she's 6'3"? Like, how tall is she? She ain't got no.
a thin tight end.
Yeah, come on, man.
thin tight
Why
end.
the hell with
Got them
Method Man?
shoulders.
Well, she said herself, you know, like it was so long ago they was young, you know. She was hot at the
Bruh.
time. They both was hot. She said the situation
On
popped
coke?
off. No, I said hot.
Oh,
She said the situation popped off with the two of them.
don't know.
Situation
I don't
popped
know.
off with the two of them in the club in the section.
Yeah.
There was a fight that broke out. It ended up gunshots.
Right,
ended up
right.
getting out. They, you know, everybody dispersed. You know how shit like that goes, and everybody
Yeah,
dispersed
yeah.
from the club. They end up together. You know, and the invitation was laid out like, "What you finna do? You trying to come back to the penthouse?" And the invitation was accepted, and you know. I don't know if the
It
shit
could
happened.
have
or
probably
not.
been like a hangout thing, and she talking about she was scrubbing
Well,
them in
she
the
said,
bath.
no, she said, well, that's what she said.
She did a little line of coke. He smoked his
bathed,
weed.
She said she bathed them. He smoked his weed. She snorted her coke, and they had a one night stand.
Maybe
like my whole thing is like, because you said you don't believe her. I don't know if she's telling the truth neither. I'm just saying like,
Yeah,
why?
we don't know.
I'm like saying, what did she get from this all these years later? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I
shit.
felt like some people said it was a clout chase. I felt like if she's clout chasing, Wendy Williams has been around for some of the greatest artists in our culture and history. So why say, and not to say Method Man is not, but I'm saying if she was going to draw that line somewhere lying, or lying on her pussy, why would she just make it Method Man? You know what I'm saying? Because she could have said she had sex with Pac, she had sex with Big. These are two greats who are no longer here to dispute what she said.
Maybe they hung, maybe
So, I guess
maybe
I'm
they
trying to
really
figure out
hung.
why.
Maybe they really hung out together. Maybe they, kicked it. Maybe she did want to do something. Maybe they did. It's plenty of dudes you get with an ugly chick and you just hanging out and you might let her, do that. But I don't know. But it's her biopic was coming out. The interview was before the biopic.
He probably used her for a ride one day.
Yeah,
and she made it that because she knows she got a picture somewhere of them.
They could go
together,
just,
right?
They gonna just use me for a ride,
Exactly.
Nigga? No!
I took him to the penthouse and I gave him a
I'm
bag.
get you back for this.
I did a line of coke and then
Oh, you staying at the Sheraton too?
Right.
We get a ride.
Gangs all here.
So
Let me get a ride.
Didn't you say something recently about Dave East supposedly was pushing up on Wendy Williams?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked had an interview where he stated that recently, or I guess pre-COVID or whatever, last time he was in the club, he seen Dave East trying to push up on Wendy Williams.
All right, so the club is very loud. Like, so was he right there on the conversation? Because
you can tell the difference between somebody trying to get a conversation and somebody trying to push up on somebody.
you
in the
could be
club,
playing.
though, right?
You play a lot. You
don't play.
probably
Listen,
playing with her.
You play with people like that look like a person that you wouldn't want to be interested. I don't know about
she's
this.
In
is
the industry.
This is my thing.
I
don't play romantically with a person that I don't find attractive. I'm not involved with, because I would hate for them to take me serious and I know I'm faking.
But think about this too. Like she's actually a lot of artists. She put a lot of artists on, put their name out there. She's in the media. She's a big figure. So him being nice or playing playful with her might get his name bigger than what it is. You feel what I'm saying? We don't know.
I get that. I'm saying though. Jason Lee said that listen. I'm assuming that he was somewhere in the vicinity because he's a what do you call it? He's a figure too. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of the word I'm thinking, but you know what I mean. So he wouldn't just be in there in the regular crowd with everybody else. I'm sure he, whatever he's talking about, maybe he's seeing something.
How old is Wendy Williams?
I don't know. She's in her 50s, right?
Like 50 something.
In her 50s.
Davies is like what, 24 or something like that, 25. I don't know, man. It could have been. Hey, some people get ahead. You might have to do what you got to do, but I don't see that. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even believe in
I don't know.
that.
I just couldn't really see that one. But yeah, man. Like she said, one night stand. Anything. One night stands is crazy, brother.
I'll check the biopic just to see.
We're gonna transition real quick. We're gonna do a music break. With the early part play. This is 2 Chainz. New music. Gray Area. Ain't gonna play the whole thing because y'all know YouTube will kick that shit off.
hey, hold on though, everybody. Dave East is 32.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah.
32, 55, 53, whatever she is.
He's 32.
I guess. I don't know, man.
No, he in her bracket though.
That's what you need to get you a little cougar
Too
out
many
here.
shots of Henny.
I'll take a cougar.
Ain't nothing wrong with no cougars.
I ain't 32 though, baby.
Hey, Wendy, you looking for another little young thing? Come on, look up Curbside Kyle. He out here.
Yeah,
What did Mike F say? Like
cash fast, ass last.
young girls like the old pussy like.
All right, man. So that's gonna take us into our new music segment, new video segment. That was the vibe of the week. 2 Chainz, Gray Area. He just dropped visuals for that. If you ain't seen that over this past weekend, go ahead and check that out. Also, Royce the 5'9" dropped visuals for Black Savage, which was off of the Allegory Theory visuals. He had T.I. in the video. It looked dope. Can't wait to see the whole thing. So if you ain't checked it out, go check it out. Pooh Shiesty has a mixtape which will be dropping February 5th called Shiesty Season. That's Gucci Man's newest artist, the 1017. So shout out to 1017. There also was recently released shootout footage involving Pooh Shiesty. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I seen that as well. All these dudes pull up in, Lamborghinis and Benzes and everything. Again, like I said at the beginning, it's unfortunate that we get to a certain level in life and we still live like
living like,
you know what I mean?
You
like,
in the hood. Like, what are you doing, man?
It was unfortunate. Lil Durk dropped a deluxe version of The Voice with 12 new tracks, including the new single Kanye Crazy, which is him giving like homage to Kanye. He remade a lot of Kanye's videos. I saw he was redoing the Such a Fucking Hoe shit or whatever he did. So can't wait to check that out. Shout out to Durk. Bankroll Freddie dropped a new video before the weekend called Add It Up, which I got to check out. Was actually dope. There's a video for it as well. Toby dropped Wake Up Everybody. That's off his upcoming album Black History. Always shout out to Toby. I can't say the last name correctly, so I'm not gonna butcher it, but y'all know who I'm talking about, and bro is dope as a motherfucker. So the song is currently featured on ESPN's Undisputed. It's available now wherever it's streaming, so y'all go check that out. Make sure we keep supporting him because dude is, like I said, a very talented, dope artist, somebody that we should be looking to represent our culture and push us to the forefront going forward. So big ups to Toby as well. Then to the legend, man, Nori is back out here dropping music. Nori dropped a video and the song for Out of Line with Conway, Method Man, and Dream Doll. He also dropped Going Up featuring Dream Doll and DJ Khaled. So very excited to see Super Thug back out here. He's doing everything. He's all over the place. We know podcasting. Shout out to his new podcast as well. He just dropped it, getting ready to debut along with his Drink Champs podcast. We ain't no haters over here. Big ups to him as well. So I'm just happy to see that somebody that's originally early on in the culture of me growing up listening to music, loving music, is still out here, still getting it. So shout out to him. OT Genesis dropped a video for Big League. I'm in the big league. He dropped this video for Big League, so y'all check that out. Meek teased a snippet as well of a record featuring him, Lil Durk, and Lil Baby. And speaking of Lil Baby, Lil Baby is doing a lot, man. Like he's connected in. I seen he's working on the album that he's gonna release. Supposedly he recorded the whole album at James Harden's mansion, I believe. And then he's also opening that's what they said. He's also opening a restaurant in Atlanta. It was supposed to open in January, but they had to put the final touches, put a stage together and the final touches on the spot. So the opening date will now be in either February or March. It's going to be located in the center of Atlanta and serve Southern comfort dishes, including lamb chops, lobster tails, etc., and a lounge type vibe. So big ups to Lil Baby again. Keep going hard as a new artist and going right into being business. And make sure if you're in the Atlanta area when the restaurant does open up that we make sure we supporting him not only as an artist but as a black businessman as well and a restaurateur.
We was talking about Lil Baby. I had a question for you too, because it was just a video of him and Drake doing a song at James Harden's, and I was thinking like, man, at this point in their career right now, we know what Drake is, but Lil Baby been the hottest thing in music, #1 stream artist last year. He jumping into this year, still going. Who needs who more on that song? Like, who's that gonna do more for him or Drake? Like,
it's gonna do more for Lil Baby.
Feel like that's gonna put Lil Baby on more, or is it like Drake jumping on the hotness like with Lil Baby too?
No. It's gonna for sure elevate the profile of Lil Baby. Lil Baby just had one of the best runs we've seen. It's on top of that from a new artist. On top of that, right? So I think we've discussed this.
That's crazy.
I think we've discussed this before. Just in this moment we talking about, in this space we talking about, Lil Baby is the hotter artist. In this moment, right? He's buzzing, he's dropping more shit, he's consistent, he's hitting in all different avenues, lover boy, gangster, political, whatever you want to call it. Drake is the better artist.
Oh, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Bigger artist.
Yes, bigger records. I mean, from a mass appeal standpoint.
For sure. But
he's crossing the
what I always admired
about
Drake is he always know the wave and he jumps on it. Like Migos, he was one of the first artists. You know what I'm saying? He's seen that wave. Future, he jumped on that wave before it got to where it was. And so I think, now jumping on Lil Baby wave, which a lot of people trying to do, it's going to be a big move. It's going to be a big track.
Drake got a song with Draco.
Do we got one with Draco?
Yeah. I seen.
Draco got it in the cut, right?
Yeah, I seen it's in the cut. I seen the visuals for that too.
That's gonna be dope.
That's the type of nigga Drake is. For real.
Yeah. He
got a song with Draco.
His ear is everywhere, and like he jumps on whoever he do a song with. Like we won't even see it coming, and it's like they the biggest thing next. You know what I'm saying? He's put a lot of people on that way.
What's the most anticipated album of 2021? What album do y'all think is the most
Personally,
anticipated?
or just
okay.
speaking for
So
the masses?
I want to do. Let's do both. Let's do what do we think is the biggest anticipated album personally, and then what is your most anticipated album? If you could see an album drop in 2021, what are you waiting on the most, and what are the people waiting on?
It'll probably be the same for the people and for me. It's probably Drake's because we wanted it last year. He did have those leaks come
Certified
out.
Lover Boy.
Yeah. I mean, usually he got an album every year, so you know what I'm saying. I feel like it's anticipated. The leaks came out. I think he's back in the lab. You know, he got this shit with a little bit. You know who else know who he got on this shit. So. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
For me, I would have to say that the most anticipated album that I'm looking forward to would be J. Cole, The Fall Off. I'm waiting. He announced that. It's been about 2 years now, and he's steady putting little stuff here and here and here, so I know it's on the way. And Cole don't miss. We know Cole fire too. Another person is Kendrick, but I'm gonna stick with Cole. That's because that's my pick. And then
don't know when he comes.
From a anticipated standpoint for the people, I think Rihanna has the most anticipated album.
Oh man, they've been waiting. When's the last time she put out music?
They're waiting. They're still waiting.
No, I'm saying when's the last time?
It's been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years. So they're waiting on what is our 6th studio album, I believe it'll be.
Look,
I think that'll be the most anticipated album probably of 2021.
She did that Fendi and she like, I'm cool on music. I'm gonna chill. Like,
hey,
I don't blame her.
Get your money. Get your money.
Them thongs.
She out
makeup, man.
She out living life, and her enjoying her life with her family and her friends. Big up to her. And speaking of friends, can your friends just talk? Well, okay. So, is there a certain threshold that you have with your friends that you will not let them cross in terms of how your friend can talk to you?
For sure.
Or do you understand, like, because if it's your friend, are you more understanding because of the type of person they are, their personality, depending on who the person is?
I mean, it all depends on the situation and who it is, but I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me in a certain way. So you know what I mean? It's a respect thing. If you dealing with something personally, I'll let you grieve, but don't take out your pain on me. I'm not going. It's just a certain point you can't.
Well, I say that to say the footage was recently released of Kanye at his Wyoming compound and Chance the Rapper, and he was yelling at Chance the Rapper in the clip. But basically just telling them, if you're not gonna watch if you're not gonna sit down and listen, to what the album, you can leave.
You saying get the fuck out,
get the fuck out, et cetera, things like that. And Chance didn't really trip off of it. Some people attributed it to Kanye's was having a bipolar episode. He was laughing shortly after. Chance is cracking jokes with him and things like that.
I don't know if I could be around him.
And it just like made me think like. I don't know, like, cause I'm a real chill dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I know I have a certain thing. Like, you got to watch your tone when you talk to me. When your tone gets to a certain level when we in conversation,
that was like,
I'm gonna let you know at that point, like, yo, whatever we was talking about, that shit just got paused because you came up here to have a conversation with me. The fact that you up here, I've now readjusted how I'm interpreting this conversation.
I think with Kanye too, man, that's a big, just seeing that, right? And that's behind the scenes. He got a documentary, I believe, Dame Dash and Spirit fronting it.
Yeah, Dame has spoke on it. Shout out to Dame too. Dame got a relaunch coming of Dame Dash Network and DDTV. So big ups to him. We fans over here, man.
But seeing that with Kanye though is like, maybe that's how he is to everybody, and nobody ever checks him. I feel like maybe that can feed into sometimes him going down the road and having problems. I still remember when he was at TMZ and Van Lathan like kind of checked him on what he was saying. Yeah, and you could tell like he ain't used to nobody like actually coming back at him like that. It kind of shut it down, and so just seeing Chance just like not say nothing. I get it because he does understand. Chance seems like the type of dude, but. You can't talk to people like that.
Yeah, friendships are just a tricky situation, man. But happy to see that they still rocking together. Nothing serious came of it. I heard you mention Van Lathan. I want to transition over into something that I saw recently. So Trayvon Free, Van Lathan, and Nicholas May have formed 6 Feet Over Productions, which aims to provide the entertainment landscape another pool of talent and content to draw from. So round of applause for them. Round of applause for Van continuing to push the culture forward even after leaving TMZ. The brother's still out here with podcasts and business ventures. Their first project is a short film titled Two Distant Strangers. Writer and co-director Trayvon Free and producer Lawrence Bender discuss the time loop story of a black man who constantly relives the same moment and can't escape being shot by a white police officer. The film stars actor and rapper Joey Badass, who plays the main character, and illustrator named Carter, who is caught in the endlessly deadly time loop, along with Andrew Howard from Watchmen and Perry Mason as the police officer, and Zaria as Perry, Carter's love interest. Project has also lined up a host of high-profile executive producers and backers, including director Adam McKay, Sean Diddy Combs, who else is in here? Marty Nixon, Damon Lindoff, Gigi Pitzker, Mickey Meyer, and NBA players Kevin Durant and Michael Conley Jr., who posted on Twitter that this film has the opportunity to start meaningful conversations and continue involvement in these issues. So definitely that's something I'm looking forward to seeing as well too. Joey Badass is a very talented artist himself. Haven't seen him do too much acting outside of I know he was in Bad Robot and Boomerang. So I'm interested to see this. This going forward for him as well. So yeah, big ups to them on that whole thing. And then what else did you want to touch on?
I mean, we get a lot of stuff, but I mean, we was on Kanye. We could transition into supposedly he's getting a divorce, and I was gonna ask you the question. It's crazy because it seems like as soon as somebody become a billionaire, close to it. You can go into the Tiger Woods, you can go into Jordans. It seems like it's a divorce, right after that almost. You know what I'm saying? Right. They hit this plateau, and then it's like now it's going to be a divorce. Like, what do you think about that? Do you feel like if you hit a plateau while you're married to somebody, or they held you down? Do you feel like how much do you think they should get? Like, do you think it should be like a fair split, or how you look at that?
I think marriage is a bad contract. If I'm gonna be honest. That's just honestly my
both ways, or is it
marriage is a bad contract. I can't sit here and say like who's surprised
that they're getting a divorce.
Yeah, who's surprised?
You know what's crazy? I actually am.
Are you?
I am surprised.
Listen,
I still don't even know if it's real all the way.
I can't
be. How they do
shit.
This
pops up every couple of weeks. They talking about covering it on the last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I
don't watch that shit.
I never.
You know what I'm saying? Like this sounds like a publicity thing.
Yeah.
Kanye keeps having episodes, and now he want to get divorced. Like listen, that's a personal thing with them. That's what's going on within their home. All the best. Y'all worked it out however y'all worked that out. That's really my only thoughts on it. I just feel like I said, marriage is a bad contract.
Yeah, it's crazy. Most women want that, and it's for the security though. So they want to make sure they got security, ain't tie you down. So I always looked at it like that too though. Like it's like I'm not finna work my ass off my whole life, get to a plateau, and then it's like you taking half. Look at Paul McCartney. You paying, what I'm saying, $100 million a year, like it's ridiculous. So
yeah,
that's when it come down to why
I think
money got to be involved.
If people, look, to each his own. If people feel like that's something that they, are interested in, that's something they need for their life and everything, that's fine. I don't know. I know me personally, I haven't found nobody that I think makes me feel like how you would have to feel to want to cross that step. You know what I'm saying? I've been in 6 years.
Why we got to put the government in our business? Like, why we got to sign this paper?
Not even that. Just like, it is what it is.
So you would do it though. You open to that.
Like I said, I think it's a bad contract, but I think if it's with the right person, which you'll never know until you know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why not? But again, when it backfires, it was a bad contract.
Be surprised, right.
Don't be surprised.
They got prenups and stuff.
Now, YouTube Originals announced Black Renaissance, featuring former president and the missus, the Obamas, Jason Reynolds, Chantel Martin, and Toby again. Wow, he's everywhere. My boy is killing right now. So that's gonna be something that's coming February 25th. They launched a new episode of BookTube premiering. Oh, no, excuse me. That's additional. FutonCritic.com is where you can look this up to see the rest of it for release dates and everything like that. But, man, YouTube Originals, Black Renaissance. It's a new special premiere. It's February 26th, part of YouTube's Black History Month programming. Some Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, all of that. Hashtag Black Renaissance. Check that out. What else? I think we didn't cover.
You seen Chris Tucker say never do the Friday again? So
I did see that, the interview with Shannon
That's
Sharp.
kind of sad because I always figure like, you know.
Well, did you see why? Did you see why he said he wouldn't do it?
I agree with it. Like I feel like, you know, he's a different person right now in his life. Like he wouldn't do it justice. Is what it came off
I understood
like.
what
couldn't play
I understood where he
like
was coming from when he was like he didn't want to shortchange the fans, because I know, speaking from a fan perspective, we would be expecting something from him. You know.
It's just
a certain
sad.
level, a certain level of what we would expect, because we wanted to see.
It's just sad that now you know it won't happen. Like it won't be no Smokey in it, which sucks. But I mean, Mike Epps did this.
He covered a lot of stuff in that interview with Shannon. I love seeing Shannon talk to people because it's like just it's a cool vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's really like chilling with your uncle somewhere having a conversation. But they talked. He said he was paid $10,000 to do the movie, but he didn't really care. He was more interested in the opportunity. The movie took like 20 days to shoot. They had a $3 million budget. He talked about Martin and Wesley Snipes almost getting his role as Detective Carter in Rush Hour. He covered a lot of stuff.
He did this thing in Rush Hour, but I think what happened, he got $20 million a movie, and he was like, I ain't doing it for $10,000. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
He said, I can make $20 million. Nigga, Ice Cube gave me goddamn $10,000.
$20 million.
Nigga, you paid me, Cube. I ain't never coming back, nigga. I seen
Cube like this outside the house.
He's like, come on, baby.
Put you on, man. Come on.
A little off topic, but I seen Mulatto changing her stage name.
Big Lotto.
Yeah, she changing her stage name
after
all the controversy and everything that came along with the name. I never said nothing about it. I was one of the people.
Was there a lot of controversy with that?
It was at one point, and she's young. I think what it was, I could tell when she was speaking on it, she didn't mean nothing negative by it, but by her being in the age range that she is, she didn't understand where the term mulatto comes from.
I mean, wasn't it like a light skin or a mixed female? You call him mulatto cookie.
It was used as a slur at one point, brother. The history of mulatto was a black woman who had been raped by a slave master and produced a biracial child. This was basically the term for biracial in the beginning, but in a negative way. The slur was she's mulatto. Okay. She can pass, basically.
So maybe
she didn't know that. She's a younger kid. You know, she didn't understand the origins of that and thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she doesn't understand the origins. But
I've never heard that either.
People
I used to call mixed girls that, and
no, that's mad disrespectful.
That's what I learned that from my uncle. Oh yeah, that's what you call a mixed girl. She a mulatto cookie. Like,
mad disrespectful.
You know, they got the cookies. That's
first of all, the cookie is called Milano.
Yeah,
Milano. Not mulatto. Milano.
It's mulatto.
No,
it's spelled the same way.
No, it's not. It's mulatto. I'm telling you, it's mulatto.
I had a lot of mulatto.
That's why you niggas always. You ain't never had a mulatto cookie.
I have, nigga. I've ate a lot of them, nigga. That's where I got it from.
No, but
it's fire too, actually.
I
like it.
I'm sure the niggas had. I'm sure he's ate some mulatto cookies in his day, but it wasn't the type that he's thinking. I'm telling you, guarantee it, brother, guarantee it. But she talked about just changing it basically because of the backlash that came with it and everything, and her not knowing and her not wanting to think people, want people to think that she was doing it intentionally. So even big up for her to just even acknowledging that and continuing to try to change the narrative and saying, you know what, if this is offensive to people or if this could be effective in a negative way, then yeah, I'm gonna change it. So shout out to Mulatto for that. Y'all make sure y'all checking out her music and everything as well. Harry O had his first interview since his prison release. The founder of Death Row Records. Did anybody get to check that out?
She do spell it the same.
I know. Did anybody get to check that out?
See what now? What did you say? Say that again.
Harry O gave his first interview since his prison release.
He just gave it.
Death Row Records. Yeah. Did you see it?
I did not see it. It's crazy. Okay. I was just looking at something with what's my boy out of Houston the OG. He just came out with a book.
Just came out to Jay Prince.
Jay Prince. He just came with a book and he was just doing an interview. I guess this dude was taking credit for starting Rap-A-Lot Records or something. It's been a big rumor for years, and he kind of was like upset about that because they did business, I guess, together. They was cool.
Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with that. I have to check that out.
Check it out. He just did an interview.
Just
talking
while
about it.
while we on the topic actually of Texas though, I want to talk about a story that recently happened. I don't know if y'all saw this, but there was a Texas father who was killed after confronting the parents of the child who had been cyberbullying his daughter online for 9 months.
Really?
He
was
already
killed by the person that was cyberbullying him.
So what happens was he'd already spoken to the parents before. He discussed the situation with their son bullying his daughter online. Basically, calling the young lady out of her name, a whole bunch of disrespectful things and things like that. This went on for 9 months, about 9-10 months. The father talked to the parents originally. The parents were supposed to address the situation with the young boy. They said they would. The boy continued harassing the young girl. So the father and the girl go over in the car to go talk to the parents just to have a sit down and get the issue resolved as to what the problem is, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, while they're over there, from the stories that's been put out, the parents of the young boy who was bullying the daughter got a little irate. Situation got out of control. Teenagers and some adults began to jump on the father that came with his daughter. What? And a 20-year-old young man shot and killed this man after saying that the father had hit his 17 or 18-year-old brother, and he's trying to claim self-defense. Self-defense? Yeah, very unfortunate situation. His body was laid out in the street while his child was there, left to wait for her mother to come pick her up, and the police showed up and the body was still closed off in the street. Very unfortunate. People do a better job of raising your kids.
Man, because there should be something done
Stop raising punk ass little boys. Yeah. That's the easiest way I can put it. Like, I don't really have a filter to sugarcoat shit. Like, if your child is bullying a female, if your child period is bullying anybody, but let alone your male child is bullying a female child online for 9 months, that's almost a year. First of all, I know we in COVID and everything, but your kid has nothing to fucking do. 9 months of bullying somebody, he's probably a fucking loser. I'm going to just say, I don't care that he's a child. This is the type of shit that happens that leads to that when you don't rear your children the right way. When you don't raise your children the right way, this is exactly what ends up happening. They develop these kinds of situations and mentalities to where they think what they do is fun, or however they can speak to adults however they want to, and there's no consequences because there's no consequences at home. Yeah. So the mere fact that a man can't even come to the defense of his daughter without him being gunned down by another 20-year-old punk-ass kid who had a gun. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's already multiple of y'all. All that tells me is your hands is trash. That's all that tells me.
What happens, just because people got kids don't mean they're good parents. And when
I'm well aware of that.
When dude brought it to their attention, they should have just took him off of whatever social media platform he was on. But they allowed it to keep happening. And that's a big problem in our society that now it's not like you just gonna get in a fight at school or you're gonna get into a problem at school. It's on the internet. There's people bothering these people over and over and over. So, something got to be done about that.
And I keep pressing the issue of that. It's like, we got, with so much going on in the world, we have so many people against us as it is. We can't afford to continue being each other's enemies. There's never going to work. If we kill off all our soldiers, who's left to fight a war if we have one? And like, I don't know if y'all are aware, but recently the Department of Homeland Security put out a warning to Americans. They warned Americans of violence by grievous-fueled domestic terrorists. Okay, that's basically, there's reports released last Wednesday stated that there is a rising threat of ideologically motivated violent extremists due to Biden's inauguration and the heightened perceived grievances fueled by false narratives. Let me break this down for y'all in nigga real quick, okay? They basically saying, watch the fuck out, because white people are mad and might be arming themselves and getting ready to try to do some shit at some point because they're mad that Donald Trump lost the election, he lost the election, or that the election was stolen from him. So that's, in layman's terms, that's the narrative. So just make sure you being careful, protecting yourself. We live in a crazy world already as it is. But I'm going to get off that shit. We're going to wrap up soon. I want to see... All-Star voting began last Thursday. It ends on February 15th. You got predictions for your All-Stars?
First time All-Stars or just period?
Just in general. You want to give me five? Give me the 5 starters on the East and your 5 starters on the West.
If I was gonna go West, it's the usual suspects. At point guard, I'll probably go with right now. I would say maybe Steph. Steph came back. He's looking strong. I'm actually happy to see what he's doing out there. At the guard, I'm gonna go with Luka.
Okay.
Small forward, LeBron. Come on, AD the 4.
Right.
Probably AD would play the 5. I'm trying to think who else out there would be the power forward. Joker. Joker be the 5.
Okay.
AD would be the 4. The East.
My West is basically the same, so I'll surpass mine. We can go ahead.
Okay. In the East, who you got at the point guard?
In the East, I have right now Kyrie as the point guard. I have Bradley Beal as the 2 guard.
Starting 2 guard?
Bradley Beal, he's
second
the
in
league
scoring?
leader.
He's
league leader. Yeah, he's leading the league in scoring right now. Bradley Beal at 2. Kevin Durant will be at my 3. Giannis at my 4. And I'm gonna have to go with DeAndre Drummond at my 5. I saw he's actually trying to secure a buyout from Cleveland to sign with the Knicks.
Wow.
Yeah, if that happens, I'm a diehard Laker fan. If that happens, we might be in some trouble.
If Drummond
Drummond goes over to play with Harden, Kyrie, and
that would be nasty.
And KD and DeAndre Jordan's already there. DeAndre becomes your backup at that point.
I'm gonna give you my 5 for the East. I'm gonna go with at the point guard, I'm gonna go with Ben Simmons. At the shooting guard, I'm gonna go with Harden. At the 3, of course, KD. At the 4,
Giannis.
I like Giannis. And at the center,
You wanted Tatum, didn't you?
I wanted to say Tatum. I'm not going with just who I like.
I know. And then Embiid at the 5.
Embiid for sure at the 5.
See,
I feel like Embiid gonna be the MVP. Keep playing like he is. I got the Sixers and the Lakers in the finals, so we just seen that happen a couple of days ago. So, which was a good game, but yeah, they came with it.
Okay, bet. Well, yeah, we got him in here, so we'll see. Like I said, voting in on the 15th, so we'll know the predictions. Whatever episode we on around then, we'll touch back on it. Last thing I want to touch on before we got out of here, I want to say rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. I know we just recently lost Hank Aaron as well, so I want to say condolences to him. Rest in peace to Cicely Tyson. Groundbreaking black female Hollywood icon, passed away at the age of 96 years old. So she lived a great life. Everybody, let's make sure we celebrate her life and everything that she was able to do, how she was able to push our culture forward in numerous ways. Tyson was first discovered by a photographer for Ebony magazine and became a popular fashion model. First acting role was on the NBC series Frontiers of Faith in 1951. Tyson played her first film role in Carib Gold in 1956. Became the first African-American to star in a television drama when she starred in the celebrated series East Side, West Side in 63-64. This lady had a career that spanned almost 7 decades.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She also had a role in the soap opera The Guiding Light. What else? Other notable film roles included the dramas Hoodlum, which is one of my favorite movies with Lawrence Fishburne. Dope movie. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, which I'm sure we've all seen. That's 2005. Television films Oldest Living, Confederate Widow, Tells All in 94, for which she received her 3rd Emmy Award, A Lesson Before Dying in 99, which is a great film. In addition to her Screen Actors Guild Award, her Tony Award, her Emmy Award, and her Black Reel Awards, Tyson received several other honors. Tyson received honorary degrees from Clark Atlanta University, Columbia University, Howard University, and Morehouse College, an all-male historically black college. So this should tell you all just how much she was educated, she was loved, and how much she was revered by her community. As well as in 1977, Tyson was inducted into the Black Filmmakers Hall of Fame. In 1980, she received the Golden Plate Award of the American Academy of Achievement. In 1982, she was awarded the Women in Film Crystal Award. The award is given to outstanding women who, through their endurance and the excellence of work, have helped to expand the role of women within the entertainment industry. And she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1997. Again, she passed away at 96 years old. Rest in peace, Miss Cicely Tyson. We wanted to make sure we here at YKTV are putting our condolences and prayers out to her family as well. Very appreciative of everything she did for the culture, for film, for black women in general going forward. You will greatly be missed, and hopefully more female actresses will follow in your role with the example that you set.
have long careers like that. That's crazy. Span for 6 decades. I'm like, wow.
Man. That's it. Y'all want to talk about anything else? I seen Butterfinger got a motherfucking peanut butter coming out.
That's
No.
some hot shit.
No. No.
Bootleg snacks.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's a bad
some real
motherfucker.
hot shit right there. You're gonna put peanut butter, Butterfinger peanut butter on everything.
That's all right. We can get back
Sprinkles
to it
come
now.
out. We
Yeah.
bite
All
into
right, y'all. We about to wrap this shit up. Thanks for tuning in. Episode 2, You Know the Vibes. Follow me, Self-Made Mel, SELF period, MADE period, MEL period. Teely the Don, TEELEETHADON, at Curbside Kyle, at 85 Rialto, at YKTV. Till the next episode, you know the vibes, man.